Many are given a name at birth. I had earned mine. When they found me, I was just an offshoot, something to be cut away. Little did they know I'd become an experiment, gone extremely well, the mother of many. I have outlived several caregivers, and I will outlive the one I have now. Like most, I came to the monastery young, untamed, undisciplined. I would be discipled by hands as kind and powerful as his words and silence. Henry Hohman was my nurseryman, but Father Paul became my father, and I became known by his handiwork. Father Paul's Kingsville, Boxwood.
Bonsai is, strictly speaking, an art form. You could say I taught myself, but I was careful to always check what I was doing with the traditional Japanese rules. I learned the Japanese rules, and I respect the Japanese rules, but I don't hesitate to depart from the Japanese rules when I think there's a need. And the Japanese don't hesitate to depart from their own rules.
You know, Father Paul's whole focus was art, right? I mean, he had a master's of fine arts from Yale. And I believe that what he did at Yale was sculpting.
Well, that's what bonsai is, right?
Exactly. And so it's not a big jump from sculpting to sculpting something alive, some kind of live plant material. The original greenhouse was built for orchids, not for bonsais, and he more or less stumbled into it. He had no training in official bonsai, didn't have any whatsoever. He just had his art. For him, I believe that the bottom question all the time, the next thing I do to this plant, will it or will it not make it look like an authentic old tree?
You can't compare this bonsai to any other bonsai. There's certain trees I go to and I see in collections. Father Paul's boxwood, it's its own thing, it's its own beauty, it's a powerful tree. When I look at it, I don't even think of trying to change it. It's the power that it gives me, that feeling. And so I think it's got its own little aura of resistance to where I am me, who are you kind of thing. But it's very pleased with itself. The genetics of that tree is phenomenal. Father Paul had some real nicely raised beds, and he took every cutting that he ever made off that boxwood and rooted them.
I know many people who received one of those cuttings and now have actual bonsais.
Oh yes, it's an amazing thing because Father Paul, having basically the first Kingsville boxwood as a bonsai, there's thousands and thousands of bonsai that came off that one tree.
I knew Father Paul in a way unlike others. We spoke frequently, spent time together. His hands, my limbs entwined. The cuttings, pruning, refining. All his days at the Abbey of the Holy Spirit were sandwiched in prayer, as were ours, guided intentions. He did what seemed right to him to do, often a training for others, like that worker bee Rodney. I would inspire that young man, who later became my steward. His touch was different, yet often deferred to our Father Paul. When the world shut down, Rodney stayed open to me. Unbeknownst to us all, I would never return to the monastery. For a time, it was Rodney and I, alone. With a deep sense of purpose, he hid me well among the others, prepared me, fortified and calmed me. I had only known a monk's life, hands coming from white robes. But that was behind us. Now, we were on hold, preserving what was, awaiting the unknown.
That tree taught me a lot. It was a very big honor to have been given the opportunity to go from loving the tree, always seeing it, always come and introducing myself and seeing how the tree was growing, to actually be put in charge of its daily care. And where it's going now is even beyond me. Father Paul's spirit is still in this tree, so I named it Spirit. The first time I walked into the nursery and was meeting Father Paul, I see this tree, the white trunk really shows itself, and there's a power to it. It's hard to describe, but this tree is, it's almost like it's been a lot more powerful than I have. I never took possession of these trees. As I'm aging, some of these trees, they need to move on. So I'm looking for homes and everything. And then the waterfront came up. I saw the passion that everybody had up there. And it dawned on me, okay, if I could get permission to move it on, they would be the place to move it to, rather than it being sold to somebody that becomes part of their collection. I'll never see it again. These trees are gonna go to where they're teaching bonsai. There was a passion that came out as soon as I met you, especially working on the trees.
Yeah, because we had never met before.
No. So I'm working on this tree with you, and I'm seeing your side, I'm looking at mine, and it was like the first time I've worked with somebody on the Kingsville that actually got it. And I'm watching you, and it's like, if anything, she's better than me.
To take on this new role as steward of the collection is an incredible honor and major responsibility. The health of the trees is the most important thing. But as I've worked with other curators throughout the country, I've learned that on one hand, their trees are always growing. They're always changing. You want to help them grow to be the best that they can be.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
But then at the same time, you are also preserving a community. You're preserving people. I'm preserving you. I'm preserving Father Paul. So me coming in and making a large change may take away from that history. We want to preserve that legacy of Father Paul, of the monastery, of yourself.
Yeah.
And for me, it's a little bit of closure to know that part of Father Paul's heritage will live on, and people will continue to enjoy it.
I knew all along, when they found me, when they potted me, in the waiting, there had always been whispers of some pedestal in the future, a light that would shine on me. Not yet, but it would come. The vision for my future home was the long-held passion of another man I would outlive, Emil Graeser. Thankfully, his children would follow their father's lead.
Well, Dad always had bonsai. When we look back at the various houses that we lived in, had bonsai. Didn't think too much of them, other than that was something he would go out and tinker with or whatever, enjoy doing.
How did your family develop, and your mom and dad develop a desire for a botanical garden in Kentucky? How did that start?
Well, Mom and Dad had a place in Florida that they would vacation during the winter, and on their trip down, they would stop in Birmingham, Alabama, overnight, and they would visit the Birmingham Botanical Gardens. So over a period of 25 to 30 years, they saw the garden really grow and develop. And I remember Dad coming back every time and saying, Every great city has a botanical garden, so why not Louisville? Our parents' first major commitment to the gardens was to hire Perkins and Will to develop the master plan for the gardens. And when the master plan was developed in 2014, Dad gave all of his 5 children this master plan, and on the inside he wrote to us, in my case, David, the dream will happen. Appreciate your support, Dad.
I remember meeting your dad for breakfast for the first time, and we had breakfast together, and he struck me as a real visionary who saw the potential of the beauty and what it would mean to the people that visited the gardens. And that moved me, his vision and feeling for what the potential was for a beautiful garden in Louisville.
He had a way of doing that, Joe, with people.
Yeah, your mom and dad's vision of the Graeser Family Education Center really jump-started the Waterfront. What was your dad's tie to the monastery?
Well, Dad would always take trips as kids. There were 5 of us, and I think that was his way to get away. And he went down to Gethsemane in Bardstown and did an annual retreat.
Yeah, he did that for probably 20 plus years. He did annual retreat to Gethsemane.
Yeah, but then somehow there was a connection made. Not sure how that developed, but he ended up finding out about Father Paul down here in terms of bonsai. So he made, I know, several trips here.
That's really special. Your dad started at Gethsemane. The monks from Gethsemane moved here in 1944, started this place, and then your dad found out about Father Paul and the bonsai, and now some of those trees are coming back to the waterfront, back to Kentucky. So
full circle back to Kentucky. Rodney has taken good care of the trees in the interim since Father passed, and our mission today is to take those trees back and get them into the collection of Waterfront. So
I feel like we've passed the torch in a really good way. So it was a big deal for me to find a place that it went to that I felt, for myself, felt comfortable with. I did not want to see you guys have to make a decision to just, basically sell it or get rid of the tree. And I know there were a lot of people. I was constantly being bombarded with the requests for people to buy it and all that stuff. And it was like, no, it's there's a purpose in this tree.
on behalf of the Board of Directors of the Waterfront Botanical Gardens and the Waterfront Bonsai Committee, I want to welcome you as our first curator of the Graeser Family Bonsai Garden. How unbelievably exciting is that?
I know, it's a dream come true, honestly. This is the opportunity of a lifetime, and I'm incredibly honored to be a part of this history in the making. Just being able to become a part of the Kentucky Bonsai family now is very exciting. Starting a new chapter at the Waterfront Botanical Gardens with everyone, it's going to be a wonderful transition and wonderful journey forward. When someone like yourself works on your trees and you pour your spirit into them, your life into them, being able to help preserve that I feel is the highest honor. Taking on this new role as the first curator of this collection, it's not just preserving and developing and caring for trees, it's caring for you, it's caring for the community. It's helping preserve that community and help it grow forward into the future. All these trees, like the Father Paul tree, your trees that you're generously donating, all these amazing trees that are going to be a part of this collection, I'm going to be helping preserve and grow our community long term, and I believe that is the greatest thing I could do in my life. Everyone's genuinely passionate about what they're doing, and that's why I felt I needed to apply for this position. I needed to be a part of this because this is a journey that we're all part of, and I needed to be a part of it. It's a special one, and it's going to be there for well after we're all gone, and we're going to leave something behind that is for future generations. You know, a quote I like a lot is, a society is great when people plant trees that they know that they will never sit under. So this garden is that is that quote, basically. So I want to be a part of that great journey with you all.
It's so exciting. It's such an honor. It's such a privilege. We're so blessed. And I keep thinking about how we stand on the shoulders of the great people in our lives that have mentored us and guided us and shielded us and taught us. And we have shared shoulders in Rodney Clemens that we're standing on, and their shadows are long, and they're turning us loose as blossoms of their wisdom over the years in working with us to build our own shoulders and cast our own shadows. And I'm excited for you to become the new shadow and be the new shoulders of the next generation that you're gonna steward.
That's what it's all about, you know, being able to move Bonsai forward, move our community forward. I want to be able to grow into a curator like my mentor Chris Baker, like Rodney, that they help push the next generation, help grow the next generation. I want to be open and available for the future students and people that will visit the garden and have that experience, the same experience I had, right? I feel like that was one of the greatest gifts of my life, was meeting this community. And I want to be able to be that kind of person to the next generation. Bonsai is inherently I really think a selfless act when you're working on your trees. You know you'll never see the end of it because it'll outlive you, right? And you're creating something that not only you enjoy, but others do as well. And at the end of the day, it's a living piece of ourselves that carries on after we're gone. And that's beautiful because, you know, I had a time where I was the National Bonsai Apprentice at the National Bonsai and Penjing Museum in Washington, D.C. And it really hit home, this feeling you are in the presence of generations before you. And when you have, for example, like for the Yamaki pine, where they have the story of the grandson of Mr. Yamaki came to visit they don't say his tree, they say his grandfather. They came to visit his grandfather. And that's what it means. That's what bonsai means. When I walk through that collection, I see not just trees, but the people behind them. And I want other future generations to be able to come visit the community, come visit the family that is growing there. And I think it's very beautiful sentiment that it's a piece of you that's still alive. I think that's gorgeous. I think that's something that is well worth dedicating your life to.
I see that you have a special ability. Rodney told me the other day that you don't even know how good you are yet. And so,
you know, I'm going to work my hardest to, do a great job. And I want to, no matter how old I get, continuously learning and improving. And I can't do that without the help of all of my community.
These young things are so excited for me to come. And I was eager to get there. Yet not a thing was done in haste. Each step was taken with intention and care. Rodney made certain I was show ready. Joe orchestrated every detail of the journey. And the whole crew, all of them, came to escort me. The ones I have long been on display with would come too. My fellow monks, our brotherhood preserved as one. I have heard it said, humility is knowing who you are. I am fortunate to have no doubt. I am an odyssey begun in 1912, a discovery made by the keen eye of William Appleby, the steady patience of nurseryman Henry Hohman, the well-fostered, fully adopted son of Father Paul, and the recipient of the honorable steward in Rodney Clemens. I am a steadfast, brave heart, guiding a young new brave in Angelica Ramirez. I am the carefully placed jewel among others in the Graeser family bonsai garden, and the beloved of those faithful to prepare a place for me. spirit, the great American tree.